All right, guys. So we are here today in the office with our friends here from Maryland, Washington D.C. area. This is Brian. That's John, and that's his. Okay, guys. So do a quick introduction here.
Hey guys, my name is John Leahy. I'm the CEO and founder of the Leahy Group at Remax Fine Living in Rockville, Maryland. And I have here with me our Director of Operations, Georgia Ingalls. She is here. We are here to learn from the top 5 team in the country for Remax, and we are very excited to hear all the ideas and ways that they are serving their clients and their community.
Yeah, so we are doing a backstage tour here, right? Sharing with John how the team system works. What did we talk about today?
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. We actually took a lot of notes on how you guys are able to help your sellers get the top dollar and get the best price possible for their home in the community, in the area, which is wonderful hearing your strategies and how you guys actually implement that and put that into place.
What's the biggest thing?
Well, I think from my end, it's really important to see the physical layout of the office and what's working and what's keeping people here.
Really? Come here, Georgia.
Absolutely.
What do you mean when you say that? Because to me,
So
this is a 2,000 square feet office, by the way, not 20,000.
So our office is the same size, is it right, John? It's about pretty much the same
we
size.
have about a 1,500 square foot office.
We have our environment right now doesn't feel as collaborative, and when you put people in a space like this where it's open concept and it's collaborative, ideas are flowing constantly. And
Yeah, break down
everybody's
the wall.
bouncing ideas off of each other. So
Yep. We have no walls.
no walls.
And it's just a visual representation in reality. One of our core values is open communication,
Absolutely.
right? So we cannot say we want to open and honest communication and we put walls all over the place.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a beautiful office.
What else, John? What else the biggest? It's not just the physical, right? You guys are talking about the physical appearance of the office, but just now when we did our tour, we talked
And the
about...
energy. The energy in here is just different.
Really? What do you mean when you say that? I've been here every day.
The second you walk in, you can tell that there's an energy there, an energy here that people want to work and people are happy to be here and contributing to the team. You can feel it.
And you talked to New just now, right? You talked to New about the good news newsletter,
Yep.
right? So here in our team, we are talking about, look at me, how can we, so we talk about the second mile service means, how can we make sure that our job is not just to buy and sell homes, but how can we make sure, if you're my clients, how can we make sure that we truly earn your 5-star reviews, not just, because typically the real estate agents talk about, okay, I give you, it's not just a formality, I'm talking about sincerely from your heart. All of our videos, you met with Joseph, our media team and stuff, all the videos that you see online on YouTube, those are 100% unscripted. We have about 1,000, how many, Joseph, on video?
Yeah, more than 1,000.
I think it's about 1,500 videos on YouTube. Those are all unscripted videos. Our clients actually speak from the heart. Right? What else, John? What else, Brian? What else you get from here?
You know what? I think it's fantastic. Just feeling like Georgia said, the energy here. And I'll tell you what, it's we've been at the UPW, obviously, Tony Robbins, and that was incredible. It's my first UPW, so learning about the energies that exist in being able to provide incredible service for your client. First mile, everybody gives that, but being able to say, hey, what goes beyond that? I love
even the first mile in our industry. How many real estate agents you call the agents, then they actually pick up the phone?
Doesn't happen very often.
Right? So that's the first mile. At least answer the phone.
Right.
Rudy, I call all those guys secret agents.
Secret. Yeah, I'll call back a week from now. What else you get from here? What's the one thing, John? Like you taking notes. You make it seem like
taking a lot of notes.
This is like a legit tour here.
This is a legit tour. Like, we're really here to learn. Like I said, hey guys, we need to have a strategy in place when we get to Rudy's office.
I'm
need
curious
to know,
though. Like you actually know something.
What is our takeaway so that we can take back to our office and actually do something better? Because I really believe that the difference between where you are and where you want to go is really a 2mm shift in who you are and what you do, and what your beliefs and the things that you implement. So really, our goal today is not to find like the big ideas, but like what are the 2mm adjustments that we can make to our existing processes,
Like our business
to our
cards.
existing business, right?
Our business cards alone, we realize
There
that
are-
there's
there are-
something we need to change in
There
that.
are little things that we can shift in a 2mm way
Wow.
that we know it can actually double and triple and quadruple our productivity. And when we can be more productive, we can provide more value and more benefits to our clients.
John brought up a really good point. The difference between the extraordinary people and the average agent is that 2
It's that
millimeters different.
2mm shift.
Can you share some of the 2 millimeter shift?
Well, one of like the thing is like if you're standing So I believe that your physiological state tells whether or not you have absolute certainty or if you are in a hopeful state. So a lot of times when you're in a hopeful state, you feel like you're already standing straight, right? But when you're in absolute certainty, the difference is a 2 millimeter shift in your physical state. Just like that, when you have that absolute certainty in your state like that, you believe nothing's impossible. You believe everything's possible, which is wonderful. But the difference between a state of absolute certainty, where nothing's impossible, in a state of, I'm hoping things can work, is not that big of a shift in your physical body, right? And when you're shifting down 2 millimeter down to another 2 millimeter down, when you're like, oh my gosh, things won't work for me, right? It's just another 2 millimeter shift to like, oh crap, things are failing. It's another 2 millimeter, oh my gosh, it's just everything's going down the hole, right? It's just another 2 millimeter shift, 2 millimeter,
I like
2
that.
millimeter shift.
Yeah, that's good.
The difference between where you are and where you need to be is just another 2 millimeters. So if you take that same aspect and that approach and you apply it to your business or to your life, and today we're like, what's the 2 millimeter shifts that Rudy's doing that we're missing? We're not looking for the big ideas. We're looking for the 2 millimeter stuff that we can just easily change.
John, there are so many real estate agents in my marketplace here.
Yes.
And most of them are saying the market is slowed down. And you met one of our outside sales agent partner.
Yes.
Most of our listing sold within 24 hours with multiple offers and stuff. If you can speak and encourage from your perspective, because you are not from here, so you can see it from a little bit neutral way, right? Because most of the real estate agent here, maybe they kind of see us every single day and stuff. How would you encourage the average real estate agent in my marketplace here, right, who's like trying to figure out, there's a lot of changes in, oh, by the way, offer pads?
Yes.
All those iBuyers already in California now. They are in Riverside, in San Bernardino. Everybody talking about the market is changing, and you can see here, basically, we are serving the clients like, no problem. Of course, we are improving our system, but the clients are getting the 5-star reviews, the clients are happy, and stuff like that. Like, how would you say the difference between a traditional model versus what you see here?
So Rudy, how would you define a traditional model?
I don't know, just like a normal agent. It's been a while.
Just like a normal agent, right?
Because there is a lot of real estate agents here, friends, right?
Yes.
People that I sat with me side by side in 2007 when I first got my license.
Yeah.
And right now, basically, they're working hard. They're not lazy. If lazy, we are not talking about the lazy ones, okay?
Right.
They're working hard. They're doing cold calling now. They're doing the door knocking. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing what the manager asked them to do.
Right.
Right? So how would you, if you can speak to them and tell the difference between that model versus what you see here, what would you say?
Something that I noticed
Yes.
the second we walked in was the education, the skills that you are giving your agents to be able to, what was her name? Michelle?
Yeah.
10 offers on one property in one day. To be able to look at the market research and have the skill to be able to price a house right, that in a slow market, it goes in 24 hours with 10 offers, 70,000 over asking.
Yeah, you remember.
I mean, that means you're doing something right. You're educating.
And that's happening every single day.
Every single day. You're teaching them something that the average agent doesn't know.
You know why? Not because they don't know, because they are so busy. The average real estate industry, because they are so busy to do cold calling, prospecting, door knocking, they don't have time to actually improving their skill.
Right.
If they are not lazy, they're busy, but all the training, all the real estate agents training is basically on prospecting.
Right.
It's funny.
Right.
And they wonder why when the market shifts, they don't know what to do.
And really what we've learned in the past and we continue to learn is how do we solve people's problems. If you can solve people's problems, and number two, you can actually bring more value to what their situation is, you can have a sustainable and growing business.
Yeah.
Right? It's just how do we bring more value? How do we bring more value? And value is not money.
Yeah.
Value is not dollars. There's many ways we can bring value to a client. And when we bring value and we solve problems, holy crap, things happen. That's when you become successful, and just seeing that here is wonderful.
What would you say, Brian, for real estate agents in the area and what you observe here?
So, we've been talking about the idea lately of the offer companies that are coming along. You have companies saying they are full service and we'll put your home on the market for 1%. They call it listing your home. So when we take a look at that process, what does that actually mean? To me and to all of us as we look at it being professionals here, you can pay for technology a very small amount because there's no people and there's no expertise involved. So it's interesting if you look up some of the companies doing that and you go to consumeraffairs.com, Better Business Bureau, they have very low ratings, less than 2. Well, 1.75, we just looked up one recently, out of 5 stars. So the ratings are low. That tells us it's just technology.
Yes.
But what about the expertise? So here's an analogy that I think a lot of people will connect to. If you went out and said, I want a money manager to manage my portfolio, and you have a lot of money in your portfolio, but you said, I only want to pay 1%.
Yep. Sorry, my hands. Oh. My left hand hurts. Changing hands.
So you have your money that you've worked hard for a long time, and I say, I only want to pay 1% for one of my prized possession. It's my whole life's work. But the average person in that industry, let's say they get 3%. Who are the people that are going to be doing it for the 1%? You're getting people who cannot do it at 3%.
Yeah.
So there is no expertise there. There's
Order takers.
There's things that you learn across a lifetime of selling real estate that is incredible value. And not only that, if you had that whole portfolio full of money and it was yours, you probably, you know what, say, I'm not even going to pay 3%. I want Goldman Sachs. I want to go to the guy that charges even more because he's going to keep my money more safe. He's going to get me a better return on my investment because of his knowledge and expertise over 20 years. Yeah. There's probably people like that you've met. I know several of those guys. They charge more than the industry average, but you put your money with them because they're the best at what they do. They're the Michael Jordans of that. So when we take a look at what we do, let's say you are an agent out there and you're struggling, you really need the knowledge and expertise. I would highly recommend that anybody who's out there in real estate and they're struggling, get with somebody that can mentor them and teach them the things that give you longevity in any business. Technology is just technology. Okay, it can make things easier, but there's not much that's easy.
What did Tony say yesterday? It's proximity, right? Meaning
Proximity
it's called
is
modeling,
power.
right? Modeling.
Proximity is power, and the when you are close to people who are doing wonderful things, doing powerful things, who are innovative, who's successful, and you're close to them, your proximity is power. You start to learn things that you're not doing that's different.
Yeah, today is 2019. There is no need to reinvent anything in life. Whatever you want in life, it's already done.
Yeah.
Right? I think the first thing I need to do now, I need to hire a personal trainer. I don't need to figure out how to, right?
You just have to take massive action. Take massive action, just do it.
Okay, let's do a quick one more rundown here in the team. So this whole team here, this is one agent. This is one, right? So it starts with our marketing department, John. Our marketing team, the lead gen team, every month we bring in about 1,500 to 2,000 leads every month. I haven't told you yet. Not just from radio, billboards, newsletter. That's you already know that.
Yes.
But right now we get a lot of exclusive referrals from lead gen companies, exclusive relationships. So when they have listings here in our marketplace, it basically they just come here. That's why if you look at our listings now, it's basically increased by 20-30% because we have that. I'm gonna share with you that because I think it's also in Maryland.
Yes.
So when they call in, first thing they do is gonna go from the incoming call from billboards, radio, newsletter is gonna go to our admin staff team. So our admin staff team, first thing. What do we do new? What is our admin staff team when there is an incoming call from billboards, radio? Like, what's the first thing that we are supposed to do?
So obviously we greet them with a smile, and then we should get their contact information, whatever property they're inquiring about. And then after we get their information, we put it into sync, and then
Put it into our CRM, right? And then after that, our inside sales team call, check timing motivation, and book the appointment to our outside sales team. So our outside sales team, because they don't need to do any prospecting, cold calling, door knocking, we actually booking the appointments. We do our training every day. You asked about the training room. New, is the iFocus open?
No, it's not for them. They have classes.
Oh, they have classes. So next door, so our office here is only like 1,000 square feet, right? 2,000. So next door, we rent there's a different business that we use it for training.
Okay.
And then, what else? Julio. Hello. Julio, these are our friends from Washington, D.C.
Hi, Georgia.
All right, guys. So the way the team system works is that each individual person has a specific role in the transaction. Let's move on. John, what else you want to see?
I think we've
The
seen
blood.
a lot of really good things going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of ideas to take back with us.
What else new? What else that we have not shared with them new? We wanna share. They've been here for a while, but what else? What else did we miss?
Well, we haven't shared a lot. There's a lot, but I think we shared the report about the core operations. Yeah, I think we shared everything.
Can you share with John, like, what do you do on a daily basis? All the events that we put up.
Yeah, so I deal with compliance as well as events and scheduling and coordinating. Basically, the whole thing.
How often the event? So we do our 2-day OSA workshop every month,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we have the conference every 4 months.
We
Okay.
have conference every 4 months.
What conference? So in-house conference?
In-house conference.
Okay.
All of these events are in-house.
Yeah.
And then those are 3 days. Our conference are 3 days long. It's
Okay.
kind of like a boot camp.
Remember just now you were asking about the pricing strategy, how we
Right.
are able to get that bullseye,
Yep.
multiple offer within 45 days. Ask you, how long it takes to go over the pricing strategy in training?
In training, 1 full day you can carry on to 3 days. It's just so much, but we focus 1 day on just.
Like literally, like we have no guest speakers. Is what time it's at?
It starts from 8 to 5, so 8 to 5 the whole day.
Yeah, so we do a lot of role play practice. Just going through the pricing strategy.
Wow.
And then for any outside events open to the community and the public, we close usually every month, depending on the events. But we always have something going on with the chambers as well as our office.
Wow.
What else? Oh, this is some of the. Oh, what is it, Brian?
You have a. How often do you do a team meet?
Sorry?
Team meeting?
Team meetings. We do a lot of team meetings. I think so. We have our daily trainings. That's 3 days a week, and then team leaders. Staff meeting usually by
So the sales meeting is every Tuesday,
Every Tuesday.
and then every Wednesday is our VIP buyers training, and then every Thursday is our listing mastermind. So
Tuesday is your sales meeting.
yes,
And then Wednesday is what?
the buyers training,
Buyers training. Okay.
and then Thursday is the listing mastermind.
Okay.
So the purpose of the listing mastermind is anybody here? Let's go to Edward. Let's pick him. Let's go. Let's go. Edward, this is our friends here from Maryland.
Yeah.
Can you share, like, what do we do? Edward, can you share with them, like, what do we do on our training? What do we talk about? Why so much training, man?
So much training on the listing side, or
Yeah, it's up to, I don't know, John, ask him.
yeah, well, the training is on the listing side, basically how to get the compelling price zone. What else? When we market the home, at least a lot of agents put like at least 30, 40 photos right on the list. Some angles or some photos is not. You don't really put it. So our
They're not attractive.
Exactly. So for our listing, most likely we only put like 7 to 10 photos, just to attract the buyers, kind of tease them a little bit. What else?
Andy.
What is the listing?
And then basically every Thursday, we just mastermind on the listing. Like we go through each one of our listing. We go through each one of our listing, and basically we talk about how can we make sure we move the business forward. Meaning,
Okay.
how the focus is this: every listing we need to get multiple offer within the first week.
Okay.
That's it. So every week, every Thursday for 2 hours, from 10 to 12.
Yeah.
So we just sit together in the next conference room, and then we just talk about. So our ISA, lead ISA, Margaret is not here now. She has the list, and she's just gonna show up. John, you have 5 listings.
So all of your listing agents have to be present.
Correct.
At that meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ready to talk about their
Yes.
listing.
This is not just talk about it. We're gonna say we look at the deadlines.
Okay.
Have you received offers? So first, if there is no offers, then we'll talk about what Edward is talking about.
Yeah.
10 sales. We call it the 10 sales strategies, right? So the 10 sales strategy to make sure we get offers that week.
Gotcha.
Once we get the offers, once we open escrow, we need to make sure. So our TC team is there. Anna, Katarina, Eve. They basically bring in. Okay, there's a deadline. When is the deadline to remove all contingencies? When is the tax cost? We monitor that every day.
Gotcha.
Now we are improving. We are using the broker mint.
Yeah.
So now the cool thing about broker mint, the system will let you know. Okay, the contingency removal on March 20th. Because we keep all the disclosure of plan, so that's why there is no.
Gotcha.
Right? But that has to be monitored all the time, actually.
Yeah.
every Thursday, and then every Wednesday, buyers training. Buyers training, basically we focus on same thing, offers. So when you represent buyers, how many offers did you submit to your, if he's the buyers, you are the agent, how many offers did you submit for him this week?
Gotcha.
None. Okay, then now we're gonna go back to the basic. How many homes did you show? Oh, by the way, because we know now we focus on, okay, what kind of homes did you show him? Oh, Rudy, but my buyers never answered my phone. Yeah, maybe you're only emailing homes that you already seen online.
But that one is
You're just useless.
Mandatory attendance?
What happens if your agents won't attend?
And we break the appointment at only 1 week.
I'll let you know.
Because you have five buyers that you're working on, and you say the buyers know that, well, what kind of home do you show? Oh, I just emailed, we talk about it. If you already seen the home on Zillow, you emailing homes that you already saw on Zillow 3 days ago, no wonder he's pissed off at you.
So that clinic is real world looking at actual buyers,
Like
actual.
real life, yeah.
Yes.
Here,
Here's the
client's
house.
name Joe Blow.
We asked them to bring them, we didn't have time to discuss it.
Specific one by one, because otherwise conceptually everybody understand the idea.
Maybe when he becomes citizen, he change everything.
They're too comfortable.
So now he's called John.
Now, we talk about homes that's not available online.
It's Filipino, but I never.
Homes that's not available
Not
online.
fair.
Then foreclosure,
I mean,
short sale, for
They're
sale
gonna
by
say
owner.
to go back to the Philippines for good.
And then we sat, then new, every Tuesday, you saw the good newsletter, right?
Yes.
So now we celebrate, okay, like today, what happened with today, Karen? Do you have, can I borrow your cell phone?
I'm charging it. Oh, wait.
Did you watch that video on Karen?
No, I
So we have
haven't
a
watched it.
client here.
Okay.
The owner of the house hired us in less than 24 hours before it got posted. One of our buyers in waiting. Remember, the owner of the house, they hire us because we already have the buyers.
Yeah.
But Mike, I bet you how many agents in your team actually believe that as a real, or they think that's just a script. You know what's the difference? You and I, we can say the same words.
Right.
But is that do you really see it in
Do you believe
action,
it, feel
or you
it,
think
yeah.
this is a script? This is not a script. But how would they know if there is no way to share the good news?
Yeah.
So that's why you have it, just
Yes, sir.
check it out. This is so cool. There is an English translation. You have to read the position. And this is happening every day, but that's why the video to me is important.
Today, dream comes true. Thank you.
Later.
At the beginning, I heard the radio. There's advertising. They have a lot of buyers. That's why it attracted me. So I called and we made an appointment right away. So and we signed contract right away because I trust them. And now it's happy ending. So I'm happy. Thank you for Shuma sales team.
This is unscripted. The-
After I signed the contract with Karen, at the same day, about 7:30 p.m. I believe.
So that's the buyer's agent.
She has buyers.
The guy.
And we signed they sent offer at 11 p.m.
This is the buyer's agent. This is the listing
And
agent.
so that's true. They have buyers. They have cash buyers. So trust them. And to hire them again. Thank you.
So this is unscripted. So the reason we do the video, initially people think we're doing the video to share to the other clients. Okay, that, I don't know, but you know what's more important? For our own internet. Because before the agent say, oh, this is a very slick way.
Yeah.
Good words.
Yeah.
No, this is not good words. This is telling the truth.
Yeah.
But you cannot tell the truth if you don't know what the truth is.
Right.
So once we start, because now the video reinforces everybody. Oh, then everybody, oh, we actually have buyers in waiting. And then now we actually have buyers in waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So intellectually, on the training room, you can say we have the buyers in waiting, but when people experience it, and then that's why the good news, what new is doing is important. The video, that's why we see a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Then
We don't need to change the.
but that one is cool, huh?
dynamic.
They actually say it, the client say it, we did completely unscripted.
That's great.
Every testimonial we have unscripted, we never pay, we don't pay anything. You know, sometimes people pay for that, like we don't zero everything.
Right.
This is Kevin. Kevin, this is our friends from Maryland, Virginia.
Hello, Kevin. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Kevin here is dangerous.
Yeah.
He only work with how many? He take too much vacation. Just kidding.
I'm just close to and open into this week.
What's your average? Everyone two months.
Yeah.
All he does is only Vietnamese speaking. Right? All your friends.
Yeah, most of them.
2 months.
Yeah.
And then you go to Vietnam every couple of months.
Half a year.
Half a year. Man, when you go take vacation, no kidding. You disappear. but we have 2 months. And you know, Kevin first joined our team over here as a starter. Oh, you know what? This is interesting. Edward also first joined the team as a starter.
Really?
Yeah. We have many of the people who joined the accesses because we coach people and the real estate agents.
Yeah.
Usually they have to be really, really coachable because otherwise.
Right. Yeah. Do you have, other than intuition, is there any tests that can help you tell if somebody's more coachable?
Oh, this is the master. Because I fail at that. Come on, Rudy. So before, when I was, they are asking about, hey, other than intuition, how do you do the hiring process? Because before, when I'm the one who's doing it, I think we have 9 out of 10%, 9 out of 10 people who apply. Yeah, got it, right? So now we have you, we have you, and then Agatha, who do the ISA, and Ali, who. So basically, this question is like, what's the criteria, right?
How do you tell somebody, what are the best questions to help see if somebody's teachable and they want to learn something new?
Best question is, you want to make it generic, very general. Best question is, why now? Or this one, let's say why now? And then you kind of can speak and also could be that's good. Let's go from there. So why now? And why are you looking for new brokerage or if you're new to the industry? Why did you have brokerage? And so that's the biggest.
You're looking for their why.
We're looking for their why.
Their motivation.
I'm looking for their why.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest indicator if they're motivated or not. You know, you kind of want to hire somebody who's good with people, somebody who knows where they're going, someone who has a background, and someone who just kind of has an idea of what they want. You also want to know their goals to see if you want someone to reach high, to set a huge goal, but you want them to be realistic. You want them to have a good understanding of where they want to be, and so you can kind of tell the coach goals.
So you ask them what their goals are?
Yeah, so you ask what the goals are and their why. That's what I usually do, and our hiring process is kind of like 3 people. So for me, I'll ask them for their why and their goals, and then from that, they should kind of get to know this person, just what ask for, and you know, just to ask the same thing, but just maybe me and her, just like your friend, we want to see if they ask what consistent. And the Andrew goes into all the technicalities of it, and so everybody plays a part in getting some department.
How do you know alignment in core family? How do we find out about it?
Oh, so that's a good question. I also asked them, you know, one of the things I asked them is, I tell them about our core values and how we operate, how we run our core values. So one of the questions I asked them is, they were a business owner, what 3 other core values for them, and to kind of see if whatever they think are in line with us. So whatever is in line, I use that as an example.
Oh, so you ask them, what would, if you were to run your shop here, what would your top 3 core values would be?
Yeah. So I just kind of see if they match. If they don't, that's okay. If they don't, that's just the
They may have never thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good versus we are telling
Yeah,
them.
we're telling them.
Yeah.
So either they do their providers and I tell them, oh, you have core values and I make the connection.
So when they, agents are calling you to find out more about being part of what you do here, do you start with a group meeting or does it start with one-on-one?
It's one-on-one.
So they're calling sort of one at a time?
No. So they call me and contact me and then I schedule one-on-one. Anybody can want to meet them and that's it. So we never have to
Does Rudy meet with them?
we meet with them if they pass all 3 of us. So it's only
Usually I never had a problem. Really, every time I see people,
You see the best in people.
It's the same with
yes,
John.
that's-
John always sees the best in
Yeah.
people. So.
but actually that's
Which,
true though, right?
which is, I'm sorry, which is great. But from a hiring standpoint, we look at everybody and say, oh, they have such potential. They could be amazing. Let's do this.
I still think that the might be
You want to give everybody a chance.
Of
You want
course.
to make sure it's the right fit.
Right.
That's great.
Well, time is,
Timing is huge.
it's a resource that they're not.
What is
taking
some of your
for.
experience on the American program? What would because I noticed like what would they think like those years?
Weird stuff. Well, a lot of them don't really have any kind of direction. Which is okay too, but at least has to have a direction because that people see, okay, if I have direction, then I'm motivated, or I'm open to being coached to hopefully learning a new system. Usually the ones that are kind of scatterbrained and don't care, they don't really don't care. Then you're not helping them or they're not helping themselves before.
Right. John, didn't you have somebody tell you they wanted to just close 1 or 2 a year?
Yes.
I mean, that's a goal, that's a goal, that's realistic, but okay, sure. But I guess that's just it. The biggest concern is the motivation is not there.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge then when you run the team and stuff like operation and everything?
The biggest challenge is always making sure that people making sure they're using the right, you know, just being useful. So many reasons.
How often do you go into the CRM to see if they're checking off the tasks that are being assigned to them?
I actually don't do that because we don't micromanage. We have this trust.
That's market and finance doing.
That's my
Yeah, so new
So
here.
somebody's looking at that.
Yeah, new here mainly she runs the operation, mainly she deals with the staff team. And as far as your interaction with the outside sales, with the sales team, like what would it be? Sign in, sign out.
Sign in, sign out, just checking out materials.
Compliance
Very,
stuff.
Compliance, very minimal on the agent side and transaction
Yeah.
itself.
Compliance stuff, when DRE license expire and stuff, that's basically what we're paying
I'm the
attention.
bad guy, so I didn't show the bad guy.
Okay.
Things, but
Yeah, basically we have to be in compliance, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically, as far as her interaction with the agent, once the agent is on board, that's basically is very minimal, unless they run into some compliance issue. We do our own self-compliance every 4 months, do the self-audit. So
Okay.
we hire a Department of Real Estate auditor who actually self-audit our files every 4 months. So that's basically her role, and then she's the one who's setting up all the events
Yeah.
every quarter, every month and stuff. Margaret runs the inside sales team. Inside sales team, we have 10 people in the inside sales team. So she's the one who go through the conversion. That's when she every Tuesday go to a sales meeting and ask the question that we talk about.
Okay.
And then Fanny read the notes one by one.
Okay.
Fanny runs the database, right? So she actually read the notes each one by one. So if there is any issue, then usually she asks me to address it.
Gotcha.
You could also be looking at the notes in the buyer session on Wednesday, or the seller session
Yes.
on Thursday.
Yes.
So if you're looking at each client specifically, you could be looking at those.
Yes, and not just the notes. We have a customer service. How many? Customer service manager call the clients because otherwise the notes. I'll put wherever I put the notes, right? So now if the notes and the client's feedback doesn't match, now we have a separate issue. The note says I'm showing home every day. Call the client. Yeah, the last time I met Jonathan here was like 4 weeks ago. I was like, okay, John, which one is it?
Yeah.
Did you meet 4 weeks ago, or you're sure? Because the notes and the reality conflict. So that's why we trust people, but always the concept is checks and balances,
Yes.
right? Just like how the government runs.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's not just one person going crazy with whatever.
Yeah. So how many staff do you have here?
in the office we have
11. In the Philippines. Okay.
Okay, what else?
And the ones in the Philippines are your inside sales agents?
How's your IC team doing with this?
Do you know anything about the IC?
40 a week? what's your
ISA is not, yeah.
your show ratio then?
Oh, the
Cancellation
short
rate?
rate from the ISA book appointment.
That's important. That's important. Which I like what you're talking about, having that extra session to look at. Because if you look at that buyer, and they're not, you're getting one note from the seller or from the buyer and one from the agent. You sign.
Now the quickly. And now, when I say now this year, so I'm the ISA, I'm the customer service manager. When you look at the notes, the ISA tell the notes, I call them, and then what happens is that if the clients actually give anything other than 5-star rating review or submitting offers, we just care about offers, right? If there is no offers, we reassign that appointment. So this includes
how many days?
we call once a week. So I call you, right? You see, I'm the customer service. I call you. Jonathan, you just met with Bob here yesterday. I thank you. If we receive an offer from my offer, yeah, everything we just talk about offers. Because otherwise, before we ask, are you happy? Everybody is happy. But that feeling of happiness will disappear after a while. There is no offer.
And so now we care about stuff in 4 weeks. By 4 weeks, you're critical. What you promised, they're starting to not believe that you can deliver.
Correct. So now we just go straight to the point. Did we present an offer to you this week? Yes or no?
For sellers.
For sellers.
Okay.
For the buyers, did we submit an offer to you? If no, then we ask follow-up question. Did we show you home on the buyer?
We show you.
Right?
That's it.
On the seller side, did we bring you the buyer? Yes.
And then are you seeing anything that you like, or is what the agent showing you what you don't?
Correct. Yeah, so now we just go straight to the
Let's get to the point.
things that move the business forward.
As you'd say in the South, straight to the horse. You want to hear it.
How long is that, how long is your Wednesday, Thursday? 2 hours?
Here or online?
No, it's next.
Oh, in that room?
Yes.
In person?
Person.
Yeah, online probably we can do Zoom, I think.
Yeah.
We are still, yeah. You know, there's a new technology called Zoom. We can actually watch it.
Because they wanted to fire the other agent and they don't know who to go with. And I'm like, no, we're listing agent those though.
All right.
They fired
No.
They told
No, it's confusing.